Hello friends. Today I am going to discuss about the important topic that is related to climate, that is CBAM, that is carbon border adjustment mechanism. Basically it is a tariff measure by European Union on the basis of the emission level of industries like steel, aluminum, cement, etc. in the production level or plant level. So they have proposed to charge about 80 euros per ton of CO2 production in these industries. So we know that there are 4 important greenhouse gases. One is CO2, another one is methane, another one is nitrogen oxide, and then fluoric oxides gas, basically gas. Here they are charging for CO2. They are responsible for the increased climate change effects like sea level change, then melting of ice, etc. Now, with respect to India, export to European Union has been reduced by 20 to 30% on this steel in 2025 compared to 2023. But this will be charged in 2026, that is this year. But why this reduced? It also exacerbate further following the measure in this year. Let me talk about what are the effects of this CBAM on India. Basically, this increases the cost of these products, mainly steel, aluminum, and all. And also, it decreases the bargaining power, because if tariff is imposed on the imports, this will be charged for the importers, but they don't take the risk, so they transfer this charge of about 50 to 60% to exporters from India. So basically they are taking less load. Then the third factor, that is competitive advantage. We lose the competitive advantage because our product's cost is going to be raised compared to other countries, because we are the top producers of steel. But the first one is China only. Also, they are producing very high amount of the CO2 gas. And then the next factor which affects is tighter contract, means the term could reduce. So there will be volatility in this sector. And then in Indian MSMEs, they don't have verification measures or compliance measures. So there will be cost for this. They have to hire auditors. Also, they have to make complaint with the ISO from BIS. And then there will be also data gaps. They don't collect the data. How much the CO2 is producing from this factory. They require a lot of equipments, but they are capital intensive and also they are not wealthy. And then, but it has some advantages for Europe countries, part of European Union. Let me discuss about that also. Firstly, it will improve the domestic production of steel. So the import will be reduced, and then they will take climate change measures, and then the third one is domino effect. Basically, this measure is going to be implemented by other countries like UK. And then let me discuss about what are the solutions available to India. Firstly, we have to come into terms with foreign technologies. Basically, we have to increase FDI for technology transfer, because we don't invest a lot of capital into R&D. We have been investing just 0.7%. So this is eminent. And then the second one is green finance. We have been implemented Panchamrit Yojana. There are 5 measures we have already been taken, like 50% electricity should be produced from renewable energy, and then carbon sink, also emission reduction per GDP, and then green hydrogen production, electric buses, etc. we have taken. But what we need is the investments, abundant investments on this green infrastructure. And then the third one is domestic carbon tax. If we charge this tax on the industries, then they will not charge CBAM at international level. But it would be risky, because the industrial companies will ask for subsidy. So there will be a fiscal burden on central government. But the CBAM is against the Kyoto Protocol. This is formed out of Rio Summit, UNFCCC. What it says about common but differentiated responsibilities. Means, in historical terms, developed countries are responsible for the huge amount of this CO2 emission or greenhouse gases emission. They have to pay for this. They have to invest in green infrastructure in other countries like developing countries. So they have differentiated responsibility but common principle, that is they have to reduce climate change. And then this is also against the fair and free trade under WTO. WTO promotes national treatment, most favored nation, non-discrimination and all. It has to be followed here also. We will see. There will be FTA between India and EU. It will be excluded or not. We have to look into it at later stage. Thank you.